Good morning. It's 11 a.m. on Saturday. Say turd day. Say turd day. This is the day to say turd. Saturday. February 3rd, 2024. And I have February 3rd, 2024. And I have that. February 3rd. Internal audio muted, so you should not be hearing that. And then I will unmute internal audio. Nope, you did hear that, because I did not have internal audio muted. I do have all of those killer clean muted.
Avatar, you're good.
All right, Avatar, you are good. Tony's comment, AVDVRW, good, and it came out Avatar. You know, I don't think I got that camera just right. This boy looks too pale to me. Well, that's the right number. Yeah, I'm sure you didn't notice the difference. Yeah, good morning. Oh, looks like I got those Dougs all out of place, don't I? Let's see, move that one down. On that one, move him down. On that one, move him down. They were up there in the stratosphere because last show I did, I was sitting down.
Test. Hello.
Yep, that works. Hello to Zvi Minor. I have some topics in the description. I added Sam Lazar within the last 30 minutes from emails that he sent to me. Sam, is it okay to expose your email address since it is a business email address? I suspect that's okay, but I'll wait to get an answer from you before showing your emails. And my list in the description.
Little Doug's lightsaber.
Yeah, it's lightsaber. It's Beat Saber is the name of the game that I was playing for those. I have number 3 position, Sam Lazar request regarding custom Windows ISO. I know some people in the community know that procedure better than I do, but maybe we can give Sam some direction on that once I read through his request to you or what he's wanting to accomplish. Then notification panel, Windows notification settings for Chrome versus Chrome notification settings. Configure automatic macro and reflect emails using less than secure code. I'm not real enthusiastic about doing that live.
I am Groot.
Okay, Martin, that sounds like a personal problem. Attempt to use the same less than secure code. Yeah, I think I want to do those offline. Exploring gpedit registry settings managed by your organization. I did a little bit of that, I think, yesterday. But maybe there's people that are interested in exploring that further. And this was also on that same issue about group policy editor. Tim Cruz has a couple issues on a Lenovo laptop. I don't think that's his daily driver, so it's not like he's like needing help on that. It's more like if we need to find something of interest to do. Then email requests. I don't think I have anybody in Zoom. Nope, don't have anybody in Zoom.
Is everyone else Groot now?
Is everybody a Groot? Here a Groot, there a Groot, everywhere a Groot. And then let's pop out chat. And I'll go. Oh, you know what? No, before we do that, let me follow up on something from yesterday's about when I was. I showed this yesterday. Copyright content has been detected, not a trader. Leonard Skinnerd, and we all said there wasn't Leonard Skinnerd on that audio clips that went into Thursday's show, and this is gonna bug me. Standing off to the side. So what happened there? Because I knew I had the right email came from YouTube, and I told you that I had been doing some stuff with Leonard Skinnerd. Well, this was this notification was on a unlisted video that I had uploaded. That was not the notification for the Thursday show. The one for Thursday show came out this way. It said Killer Queen remastered. That was what I accidentally played on Thursday. So there is an uploaded video unlisted that you haven't seen yet. I haven't made it available to you yet. That was the cause of that other one. So on the topic of I'm confused and don't know what I'm doing, I want to point out that that is exactly the case here. Because when I showed this email to you yesterday, I was confused, right? I thought, I didn't know why this was saying Leonard Skinner, because it was a different thing. So I was confused. I was showing you the wrong email. That is technically confusion. And since I didn't know that's what I was doing, that means I did not know what I was doing. So clear, undeniable, I was confused, did not know what I was doing. I'm so proud of that. Oh boy. And then let's see, follow up some stuff from chat yesterday. Danielle Emberley purchased a new motherboard and later a new CPU. RMAs were done after the repairs. I had misunderstood during that process. I thought she had held on. She didn't have to return the parts. But no, she bought the new parts, did the repair, and then she went through the RMA process. So she sent the defective parts back and got replacements for them. So that's how she's building a second computer to just have around. I just realized I had that microphone pointed the wrong way. Asus motherboard had an over voltage problem. Bought a new MSI motherboard. Returned the Asus motherboard. There we go. So that clarified that from yesterday. Greg M. to Lawn Dog. If you make a snapshot, that would still allow you to restore that snapshot without uses. That is the perfect solution to what Lawn Dog was asking. He wants his virtual computers. He wants to license one of them so it can get all of the license settings available, and he's concerned about what happens when he deletes that or something goes wrong with that. The answer is make a snapshot of it or copy that virtual compute, the file that contains a virtual computer, or perhaps an image backup. Any of those options should give you the ability to restore that at a later date. Particularly snapshot, I think, is the most likely, because that would include any SID for the hardware of that virtual computer, if that's how Microsoft Digital Licenses keep track of what computer you're installed on. And I suspect that Microsoft does keep track of each, or register with each virtual computer as a unique computer, but a snapshot of that should include the SID. And image backup will not include the SID, because you can restore an image backup to a different computer. So I don't think it would be sufficient to do like a Macrim Reflect image backup of that virtual computer, but a snapshot should include the SID, I think. Lawn Dog was also saying, Greg M., you're using the right terminology. Thank you for getting to what I was trying to explain. I think that's the ultimate answer, but I like exploring what it actually does. Cyber CPU and Brightech use a lot of virtual machines, though, and I've tried to ask them. They've never replied or made a video of it. I'd have to say that they are probably not experts on that question or that area of virtual computers, because they use virtual computers to just demonstrate the fix for problems. And that's one of the things I actually don't like about those YouTube channels that are always using virtual computers, and they're not using a real computer.
A SID is part of Windows, not the virtual machine. It's saved in each type of image backup.
Is it? Okay. Well, I thought the SID is dependent upon the CPU and the motherboard that you're using. And if you restore that image to a different CPU and a different motherboard, then the Microsoft Digital License isn't going to work with that. I thought the SID has to do with some kind of interaction between them.
That's the hardware ID.
Okay, so I'm using the wrong term then. I shouldn't be saying SID, because we know that Windows Digital Licenses, you can lose that license if you swap out the motherboard or the CPU. And I think sometimes the network card might be involved in that. No, that shouldn't be a problem. But anyway, maybe SID is the wrong term to use. I'm kind of hoping, Rand, you'll come up with what would Microsoft actually be using for that digital license.
Yes, the activation is tied to the hardware ID.
Hardware ID. So I'm saying the wrong thing with SID. Tim says I can hear any audio on Zoom. Oh, can't hear any audio on Zoom. Okay, yeah, Tim's in Zoom now, so I will make those adjustments because I hadn't made those adjustments yet. So, Tim, here goes my microphone on, and I'll turn my camera on there. Yeah, okay. Hi, Tim. I'm not hearing you yet, and YouTube doesn't hear you yet. Okay, I'm going to go turn off the streamer bot messages so those 3 messages don't come in again. I'll get to you in a moment, Tim. Hang on. Yeah, let's see. I want to get back to this. Finish this up, and then we'll go to Zoom. And then removing a device from a Microsoft account is kind of a little bit related. Oh, I know what that is I put that. What do I want to play that from? Okay, well, let's go. I'll go over here. I did a quick little video going into my own Microsoft account to show how to remove a device from your Microsoft account, and so that a computer is no longer associated with a particular Microsoft account. That does not affect the Windows license. So, yeah, let's see here. Bring that up. And there's no audio on this. So here, I was in my Microsoft account. Let's get back to the beginning of that. This is very short. When you get into your Manage Your Microsoft account, there's this menu option up here for devices, and you'll be able to see what devices you have associated with your Microsoft account. And then I get down here to one. This is one that I did a long time ago. It was an all-in-one, and I'm about to remove it from the Microsoft account because I was interested in whether it was going to give any offering at all regarding the Windows license key, and it does not. So I'm ready to remove this device. So this is just disassociating that computer from my Microsoft account, which would not impact its digital license. Okay, so there's that. And then let's see if I have more here. How to use, oh yeah, and then this one looked interesting on the subject about manipulating the actual Windows license key. How to use SLM Manager to change, remove, or extend your Windows license. And this has options to view license expiration information, view license expiration key. Windows doesn't expire. Uninstall a product key, set or change, activate Windows Online, activate Windows, extend the activation timer. Let's see, uninstall a product key. Now, Windows activation is designed to be foolproof. Oh, I know the thing to show in here is in particular about moving a Windows license key. If you installed Windows from a retail license, okay, not an OEM license, not something from this VIP CDK deals that Kerry has, and he's told us this, you can't move this license, and he's told us also you can move a retail license. And here, if you install Windows from a retail license, would like to use that license on another computer, this allows you to remove the license. It could also be useful if you're giving that computer away to someone else. However, most Windows licenses are tied to the computer they came with unless you purchased a boxed copy, meaning a boxed copy of Windows, not a boxed computer. Okay. Yeah, so that takes care of all of those notes. for my chat, and I'm gonna go see if I have a response from Sam. Where's the chat? Oh, there's the chat. I sent you an email request from Sam. I'm just going to jump to Sam's messages. Nope, I don't have a response there from Sam, whether I can show his email address. Okay, Tim, are you ready for me to come to you and say hello? He's got his camera off right now. Oh, here comes back on now. Hang on a second, they're not hearing you yet. Let me fix that. I gotta change my speaker settings to be that. There you are. Hello, Tim.
Hello, DougBetts. How are you doing this fine morning or afternoon, whatever it is where you are?
Yeah, it's morning. Now
Okay.
you had a couple issues with your Lenovo laptop. Am I correct in recollecting that that is not your daily computer?
Yes, sir, you're correct.
All right.
And now I'm facing another issue with my Dell computer now to top it off.
What's that?
What's going on is that my Dell's Assistant app, you know, that Dell Assistant app that helps you clean up your computer, and plus, well, first with that, it was not working right. It was saying the hardware, it failed or whatever, like to scan it, and basically some of the stuff failed, and it says to see why here, and I took a screenshot of that, and I have it in my desktop for what it said, and I called Dell, and like they said they'll help me on Monday, but I'll see maybe if we get a chance to go work on that today. That's more important. Plus, my Microsoft Store apps are not opening. My Amazon App Store is not opening up from the Microsoft Store, where the one I downloaded, you know, that the one that has Windows 11 is not opening either. And I got to turn on some virtualization on my computer in order to get that working. It pop-up error that says you got to turn on virtualization first. So yeah.
Okay, that gives me an idea of what you got going. I'm going to go check in with the chat room and
go ahead. I'll hear Brian go use the restroom real quick.
Okay, I'll ask you to mute. Yeah, you mute yourself. Good. All right. And in the chat room, Ken Stout starts out with, "That is the best trailer ever." Oops, what happened? How come I lost him? Let's close that. Get rid of this top chat banner. Come on, go away. And get rid of that. Doesn't matter whether I choose top chat or live chat because we don't have no spam messages there to deal with. I know I've before been able to get rid of that. Well, I'll go check on OBS here and see if that's the first message. No, 833 was the first message. I don't know what's going on there. Let's restore chat here, see if I can get back to the earlier messages there. Then pop chat out again, see if it comes in correct. YouTube messing with me again. 10:58. Oh, Ken's message was from yesterday. Yeah, 8:33 p.m. Okay, I'll look it on there for now. I am Groot. Sam Lazar at 3:47 a.m., 4 a.m. says he sent me emails. Steve Dog, great trailer. Rick Lakes, hello everyone. Happy Saturday. Rick Lakes, hello. Tony with the $1.99 super chat. Thank you, Tony. Thank you so much. You are very, very appreciated around here. And then Martin Hogg at 10:57. Now can I pop out and start with Martin Hogg at 10:57? No. All right, I'm going to stop jumping around. 10:57. Then there was Martin Hogg. I'm reading off of OBS. You're not seeing this. Doug, are there many sockets in-house? I asked because you told us Comcast had checked outside, but not any internal cabling. Any faults in internal cabling could affect your broadband. Well, the thing with that is the Comcast technicians that have been in the neighborhood tracking down these problems, they've found the problem outside already. So there's no reason to come look inside my house. They already acknowledge there's a problem outside. Then Richard Rogers at 10:58 says hello, and Jonathan at 10:59 says hey. Rick Lakes at 10:59. Martin Hogg. Doug, as a retired maintenance engineer with BT, Bluetooth, Burlington Trains. I don't know what BT is. I am interested in this issue. I'm assuming that's an ISP of some form. British Telecom. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know what BT is. And then 11 a.m. is Rick Lake saying hello to Ken Stout. So now I'm up to speed with what I get to see. Selden Ball, weather report. Hello to you, Rick Lakes, saying hello. John
British
Williams.
Telecom.
British Telecom. Hey, I got that right. I don't know where I got that from. John Williams, greeting from Madison. Hope Toy are having a great weekend. My toys are having a great weekend. Thank you. I will let them know that you were concerned. Israel. Hello. Tony again. Hello. Yup, we heard it. Yeah, I didn't have it muted.
Bloody hell.
Right. I was guessing that was Jim saying that. Good morning from sunny California, from Brian. Sunny. Yeah, you say that with tongue in cheek. Hello, Bobby Warren. Selden Ball. I gotta read these quicker, don't I? Bobby says number 9. Let's go over here. Number 9 was Tim Cruz's issue he's voting for. So he was Tess, Rick, Rand, Jonathan, Selden, Jeff, Little Doug's, CFWW, hello. Lawn Dog's here, hello. John Williams, good, says good to see you to Jonathan. Beautiful picture from Microsoft background today. Well, let's see what that is. Minimize some other stuffs. There it is. So does everybody with the, whatever this is called, Microsoft backgrounds, get the same picture? I think we do. I'm eating my breakfast. Glad I could get in time for the show today. Rick Lakes LOL from something. Speedy C. Tim in chat. Brian, I think you should play some Leonard Skinner and then some Killer Queen right now. Right now. And let the audience decide. Not. There's Jim getting in from lunch, catching up. DVR mode. John Williams, got a warning that my Intel 9th gen was running hot, 90 degrees C last night. Open the case.
Doug, BT is based in the UK.
I figured British Telecom would be in the UK. I see, I'm smart that way. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, open the case, CPU, cooler, fan, head stop. So that is solved. Been there, seen that. Yeah, let's see. We got those on speaker bot. My understanding is that Windows runs fine, at least for a while, without being active. Oh, actually, it will run forever without being activated, but there's some features that will not function. So depending upon what you're using it for, an activated license might not be necessary. Absolutely, you can use it on and on and on. Now, what about? It seems like there's something about Windows updates though. I think you can use it on and on. But like LonDog was particularly interested in some, I think it was screensaver features or power management, something like that, in a virtual machine. Even on a real computer, I think you can run it. Windows 10 runs forever without activation. You can't customize. That's the thing. There's limited customization. Thank you for going over how to remove a machine from your Microsoft account. Done. When I discovered that, boy, did I have a bunch of machines in that account that were not actually active. Yeah, they can sit around there forever. Daniel Emberley put my parts in a Be Quiet Pure Base 500 case last night, starting at 9 p.m., a late night for me. Used a Be Quiet 650 watt power supply. Next time I might focus on trying to make a later build. A later build, meaning later than 9 p.m. or more recent build. I'm not sure. I think there was some kind of limit on what triggered me to investigate. Yeah, limit of the customization. This was years ago. Yes, remember a license key that is retail, I believe, is the only one that's generally speaking transferable. OEM keys from CD sales, CD, VIP, CD case, something like that. Is a one-time thing, yeah. And anything that comes OEM, original equipment manufacturers for one computer, stay with that computer. Ran to Selden, depending upon the version of Windows you're using, running without activation can cause anything from desktop watermarks and lack of desktop customization, all the way up hourly shutdowns. Rand, you're saying that you could get hourly shutdowns without, if you're not activated? Really? Wow. Yeah, that'd be kind of a nuisance. Windows 10 11, just the lack of desktop customization. Okay, with 10.11, it's just desktop customization. Maybe earlier versions, there were hourly shutdowns. Wow. Lighter build. Oh, she didn't mean later build. She meant lighter build. Lighter weight. Yeah, because I think she was talking about the weight difference of some of the cases she was looking at. Matthew
On
Kemp.
Windows Server machines.
Oh, as Windows Server machines. That would kind of make sense. That Microsoft would not want you to go unlicensed on a Windows Server. Interesting. Interesting that they would put the extra effort into doing that. Matthew Camp, hello. Those lack of customizations, personalization features can be annoying when you are navigating your daily tasks. At least for me, I don't like the extra steps to do things. It can distract me and just get in the way. There are a couple of quirky things also that occur without a license. Don't ask me to recall them, but I have bumped into occasions where it gets in the way. Should I be just facetious? And Lawn Dog, what were they? No, just kidding. Don't tell me. Don't. Given the price of the license key, it's affordable. These days, it's affordable. Yeah. Dennis is here. Each virtual machine creates unique MAC address as it is created. That MAC address is for the internet, the Ethernet controller or the Wi-Fi controller. That's not what Windows is using. This is, of course, one of the many items Windows uses for a retail license. Gary, I'll get to you in just a moment, please. Let's see. I want to get welcome before I wait too long. Scanning through there. Yeah, there's some more interesting stuff there. But I'm going to come over and say hello to Gary before he walks away from his computer. Hello, Gary.
Hello, Doug. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Pretty good morning. Pretty
Good.
good morning for a change.
Good. Good. Now, sometimes you come in when I'm on a topic because you have something specific to say about it. Is that the case here?
Couple, but not right now. I mean, well,
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, I saw your stuff Thursday and Friday. Friday, I left work early. Had a long week. Thursday, I was actually watching you on an airplane in a meeting.
Oh, right.
But anyway, getting on with this thing, Martin finally, I think it was Martin, just answered it. Virtual image. If you're going to activate it, each virtual image is going to be separate. It has MAC, IP. It generates some hardware IDs virtually for that virtual machine. So you can have 10 Windows 10 machines on a virtual machine. They're all different.
And they could each have their own activated digital license, right?
Well, they have to, because they would be this. Yeah.
That makes sense. I was figuring that they have to have their own, and I'm stand corrected to say it's a hardware ID, not a SID.
Yeah, but they will. I think whoever answered didn't care. There will, each user on the virtual Windows or Linux or whatever will have a SID. You might have 10 users on virtual image 3, Windows 10. Those 3 users will have an individual SID.
All right.
So,
okay, good.
And then a quickie, I think it was yesterday, I think you showed Spydico or Spider or somebody with a C# program.
Oh yeah, Speedy C is doing some programming with, I believe it's C#.
I think you said he was learning C#, and I was going to say that very good, for somebody learning C#. Very impressed.
Yeah. Okay.
Whatever.
Good. All right.
That's it.
Then thank you. I will continue through chat. I'll ask you to mute yourself until you have something you want to speak up with. Lundog, again, remember I'm not a stable person. I made a beautiful plate of scrambled eggs with summer sausage, black olives, tomatoes, jalapeno peppers. Scanning. I'm not going to read through all of that. What would a stable person do this? Dennis on the phone, so take it easy. I'm not sure what I can do to make that better for you on the phone. Darren, Jonathan, Jim, let's see, there's the British Telecom, Bell Telephone, somebody is proposing, no. British Telecom. Restring all the Spectrum cable lines. What I briefly got from the guys was the previous installation was many years old, but more importantly, the specification for the cabling didn't have the specs we need for today's usage. Basically, I'm saying they upgraded the cable. It has higher bandwidth. That's what I'm trying to say. All right. I think I've had that in a few times in my history with Comcast. Skimming through a little bit. Never seen that. Might be a W7, Windows 7 thing. Server machines. Let's see. Londog asking Danielle, is your Be Quiet 500 case have lights on it? There's a strip of lights on the front from top or bottom, or did you get the model without the lights? She answers, no lights at the bottom. Thinking ordering separate hard drive activity light, just sticking it somewhere so it can be seen through the grill. Jeff gives us answers here, which I already have pulled up over here. Are there any time limits when it comes to using Windows 10 without activation? There's not a straight up duplicate of other questions like this. I have not pre-read this. Answers have already been given. The reason I'm asking, the fact answers differ. Planning to purchase license now. So this still looks like the question. Dave, an independent advisor. How many times have I seen Dave? When you install 30-day time period that you have full functionality and you are meant to activate Windows 10 in that period. Oh, okay, I didn't realize that. After that, you will not be able to customize Windows 10. Any changes will not be saved. You'll also have activation mark on the desktop. You will not lose any more functionality in Windows 10. Windows 10 will not begin to shut down or reboot randomly. That is definitely not true. All right. Well, it sounds like a likely accurate answer.
Hey, Doug?
Yes.
Just to add to that, on Windows 11 particularly, I'm pretty sure in later versions of Windows 10, but I can quote Windows 11 because it's on Microsoft. I won't post it. But add to that, if you don't sign in with Microsoft account, they reserve, and they say it on their website, the right to, let's say, not give you Copilot. You may not want it, but not even show up.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
And there's other things they may use. Let's say, what's the new photo have AI in it? Microsoft Photo is an example. So it may not even show up as an option to you if you don't have a Microsoft account on Windows Home. Windows Pro, You do not need a Microsoft account. And if you actually have Windows Pro, do you have Windows Pro installed for Windows 11 right now?
I do.
On your machine? If you go to apps, I don't know. I wanted to check if you could for a quick second, or excuse me, accounts. I apologize, and go to your info. Does it have an option to allow you to sign in with either Microsoft or a local account instead?
Yeah,
about the third one.
How it's worded, though, I've seen some differences. So here, if I go, I'm into accounts, and I've seen it kind of some variations on where that shows, and I think it's in your info, right?
Yep.
And then here's sign in with a local account instead. So I can.
And it will allow you. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, it will allow that. Now, one difference I think is I've seen this computer originally had a local account, and then I signed in to my Microsoft account. So my profile folder was based on my local account username. Whereas if you install Windows and sign into the Microsoft account right away, it'll create your profile folder based upon the email address that you're using for your Microsoft account. But then subsequent to that, I have done this. I have selected to log in with a local account, and you're actually creating a local account at that point in time. And I'm not sure that I verified, but I'm very sure that it does not change the name of the profile folder. The profile folder would still have the name that was assigned to it when you.
Actually, either way, if you started with local, just keep local. If you started with Microsoft, it'll stay Microsoft.
Right, and no matter how you start out, you can add the other method later.
That's what I was saying. I think, again, it might have been one day somebody actually at work even talked about it. I mean, I don't see that, but I'd heard it. And that might have been yours. I want to say Monday, maybe Jeff. Somebody was talking about it. I don't remember.
All right.
So that's how you can pop back and forth. And Pro,
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's in home. I don't deal with home. But even in Pro, if you don't have a domain or a Microsoft account in Pro, they also reserve the right of what you can use.
Well, that makes sense. And when you say reserve, they reserve the right to not let you use certain features, implies to me that Microsoft account is not required for those particular features. There are some features that a Microsoft account is required for.
Right, and I'm not talking like 365, Office. I'm talking about a good example is Copilot. With a local account, all people don't get Copilot, and they don't get it permanently. So I love Copilot, and then you lose it to give them to Microsoft.
Well, another example is just signing in with Hello, Windows Hello, using its features for sign in. I think you have to have a Microsoft account to be able to do that.
Correct, or a domain.
Or a domain. Okay.
Yes.
Or be signing into a domain. Okay, that makes sense. Now, I am quite sure, and I'd have to test it to prove it or get confirmation, but I'm quite sure with Windows Home, you can jump back and forth, and you can add the other type of account subsequently. But I will say that I'm not 100% confident. Pardon?
I said if I see it first, I'll send an email.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I'll go.
Oh, and the server, they've been bouncing back and forth even on releases about whether to lock up. But yes, they do shut down, some shut down, some reboot. 2019 shut down on certain parts of the server.
Okay, I'm sorry you were interrupted with a speaker bot message that came through that you didn't hear. It was actually directed at you, Speedy, saying, thanks, Gary, for your comments on C# message from Speedy. Please repeat what you just said, Gary.
I just was saying, I think might have been long dog. It's not important, but yeah, server, different versions of server since 12. Some have been hourly, some have shut down permanently.
Oh, all right. Interesting.
I mean, they'll let you go back up, but you will not get to be able to use it even in a test mode after 180 days.
All right.
And last thing on activation, if you're in a corporate environment and you're showing, let's say your customer, you're trying to win a big contract, and then, they have engineer with them, and they go, I don't know, your PC's activated. Can't you afford the license? Not a good look. Because
Yeah.
activation costs money. So if you have 100 PCs, you haven't bought for a license, it's like, do we want to do business with you? Are you able to make production every week?
Right. Yeah, it does not a good look in a corporate environment. You know what, personally, I don't think it's a good look even for these YouTube channels that are demonstrating how to fix Windows problems. I kind of cringe a little bit when I see that I using a virtual machine is totally justified, but come on, $15 to get rid of that watermark.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, why not? All right, so I'm thinking Sam Lazar is not with us live because his messages in chat were old. So I'm reluctant to actually show his email question, but let me at least describe it. Here's what I'll do. I'll show his email.
I don't recall having the ability to customize the desktop for 30 days before activation.
That's Ran Israel. Gary, you wouldn't have heard that if you weren't listening on. Well, you see it in chat. I don't recall having the ability to customize the desktop for 30 days before activation. Okay.
I agree with Ran. I don't think you can with not activated, to be honest with you.
No. All right. Yeah. Well, now this message in here was from Dave was specifically talking about Windows 10, and that was back in November 2020. I never would have tried. So
in IT, that's a century ago.
yeah, it is. Then all right, so I'm not sure where I left off in chat. I'm going to go ahead over to Sam's subject and just conceal his email address. I think he's told me before it's okay, but here. So
that answer sounds right for Windows 7.
Rand is saying that sounds right for Windows 7. Okay. Let me get on to this subject here. And
interestingly enough, you can load Windows themes.
Jim's saying you can load Windows themes, I'm assuming, into a non-activated license. Okay. I probably don't need to show these. He sent a few messages about me being invited to his support ticket. That's kind of all irrelevant. And he's added me as let's see, Doug submitted a new ticket to Sam Lazar Tech and requested that we copy you. So I don't quite
You can
get
also
what's going on
bypass
there.
the customization ban using registry hacks, but that's another story.
Okay, let's move away from that subject about what you can do without being licensed, and let me bring up this subject because I am eager to get some input from the community about this, particularly from Sam. It says, hi Doug, how are you going? I'm currently working on that rotary computer drive where we donate computers in need. Now, rotary computer drive, I don't think he means a spinning hard disk. It's a charity drive, community support drive, where they're donating computers to people in need. Once the computers are donated, they are no longer mine. I do not give any tech support once they are donated. I was given some Windows 11 compatible laptops and 8th gen Intel CPU. I would like to know if I can create my own custom Windows 11 ISO with preloaded software, fonts, and some settings change. I also would like some programs removed like Xbox. Is there a way to do this? Yes. Or use a standard ISO and load the software installers onto a USB for new owner? No. The better way to do it would be to make a custom installation, and we have people in the community that are experienced with that. I've tinkered with it a little bit, but wound up rejecting it for my purposes. Some programs I would like to load would be WPS Office, LibreOffice, Betterbird, the more secure version of Thunderbird Mail, and Winget UI. I would also load some OEM software that would have originally come with the laptop. If the laptop is not Windows 11 compatible, then I put 128 gig SSB and Chrome OS Flex. Yeah, so it involves using the sysprep and get a computer all configured. And you can use the sysprep and create an ISO image from that computer And then when you run that on another computer, you're basically getting the Windows installation experience, but it has all of your software installed. And I know there's people in the community that have done that kind of thing and even do it regularly. And I am looking for you folks to put some messages in chat to help Sam out with pointing him in the right direction. He is a IT professional, and we don't have to give him a tutorial on it, but if you can give him some
Correct.
stuff, some pointers on that, and maybe just links. Rand says correct. Yeah, that was still talking about what you can do with a unlicensed Windows. So that gets that subject out on the table. Oh, there's Sam. He is here. Okay. Sam, do you want to come in on Zoom? Do you need me to email you the link? Do you want to talk about that any further, or does that give you enough of a answer? All right. Now I'm going to back up, see if I can figure out in chat where I was at.
No, I mean, you are correct.
Oh, Rand is saying that I am correct about that sysprep. Set up a computer the way that you want it, use sysprep, and there's a process for creating an ISO with that, and then you basically run a Windows install on another computer, and it'll include all the software you asked for. Okay, I'm trying to get back here in chat, figure out where I left off at. There's all that cable stuff. Let's see, Jim saying he did that on his Leon case, however that's pronounced. That's when they're talking about the lights. Martin DeLondog, best to test internal cables with TDR, as this will identify HR and partial SC faults and shows the distance to the fault. I'm out of the loop on that conversation, I think. Little harness with lights and buttons, link from Danielle. So this is giving you hard drive activity light and power button and reset button. Power LED. These are all SpeakerBot stuff. Oh, Dennis is on the phone. It takes typing takes forever, so I won't harass you about typos. WinGET, wing at. I don't even know what that is. I mean, it sounds vaguely familiar. Wing at run command. Oh, I just ran a DOS, something in a DOS window. I don't know what it was. Another link from, oh, here's sysprep. Okay, so this would be what Sam could use to take him down that road. I would be interested to go down that road, but it's just a technical curiosity, and I can't quite justify spending the time for it. And I mentioned that I rejected that for my own purposes, because for setting up computers for my clients, they are just not consistent enough from one computer to another. Now, however, I do have the law office client that we're going to be getting, like, I don't know, 30, 35 computers when they finally pull the trigger and give me authorization to get their new computers for Windows 11. Now, in that scenario, that would be worthwhile, because their computers take quite a while to set up a new computer for them. And currently I use a checklist and go through that individually for each computer, because how long is it going to be before the next computer that I do for them? Well, Windows is going to have updates. Other software is going to have updates. So it's just too much overhead to update that each time. And how do I do an updated image? I got to grab one of their prior computers and make a new image from it. Just, it's not worth it. in my judgment so far. So Sam, you have that link in the chat room here from Wintermute. Sam says he will join soon, so we might get more information from him or conversation with him. Oh, speak of Sam. I did not say speak of the devil. Okay, speak of Sam. Let's go say hello to Sam. Hello, Sam.
Hello.
Hi. So I don't know if you've been with us the whole time.
No, I have not. Just
Okay.
joined.
All right. I had asked at one point, is it okay to expose your email address with your emails? Okay, because since it's your,
fine. Go ahead.
It's your
Don't mind.
support email address that you're in this business. Now, I didn't quite understand what you were giving me with all those support ticket emails.
Oh, it's automated stuff.
Say again?
It's automated.
It's automated.
Automated for my,
All right.
my email. But
All right. Well, anyway. So basically, the answer is yes. You can do what you're asking. Prepare one computer with everything that you want on it, and then use this sysprep procedure. Have we gone down that road far enough for you to take it from there?
have not tried that yet. The trouble is every laptop's a different model and brand.
That's okay. That's okay, because you're creating a Windows installation media, just like when you download a Windows 11, you're installing on the new computer. So yeah, you're okay with that. Now you may be having to, go to the manufacturer's website and get drivers specifically for that. However, I recently demonstrated on a laptop that I had in here. Well, actually, I didn't demonstrate it on live stream, but it was a laptop that I had unboxed on stream, I think 2 Saturdays ago, maybe 3 Saturdays ago. That computer, I wound up doing a fresh Windows 11 install on it. And I went through all the Windows updates and all the optional updates. Then I went to the manufacturer's website and let it check for drivers. And it said no other drivers are needed. So Windows Update covered all of the manufacturer drivers that were needed. For a current model computer. These computers you're dealing with are donated. They're probably
2018.
Older, 2018, yeah. So Windows Update might not have the device drivers for them.
It did surprisingly. I worked on one of them and did all the updates. So what I'm wanting to do is have every laptop has the same software, except for 1 or 2 might have different, because Toshiba has some own programs, which might be cool.
All right. Very good. I'm going to go back to chat and try to continue where I think I left off. And I'll ask you to mute yourself until you're wanting to jump in with something, and then just do that by saying, hey, Doug, or something like that. On Doug, the recovery image process, the new machine using this install should, once it's online, become a licensed copy. Just one idea that I'm pondering to solve the problem. This is on Londog's issue, not related to Sam's. Here's something, Gary. You can tell the AI programmers at Microsoft that they can do, how about like Google Translate? We take a patch of text that has letters for an acronym and do the translation. There's a comment directed to me above, and boy, I need a translator for some of that. Something AI could do. Well, Google does it fine. What does such and such mean? You don't need AI technology for that. Total data rate, TDR. Is that what TDR is? Oh, Winget is a repository inside of Windows that you can use to update or upgrade and also install applications and programs, just to let you know, kind of like the Microsoft Store. Oh, so it'd be Winget, Windows Get, Winget. That would be the right pronunciation. Now that I know the purpose of that, I've never used it. It's a repository inside of Windows that you can use to update or upgrade. update or upgrade apps, I guess, and also install applications and programs, just to let you know, kind of like the Microsoft Store. All right. Skipping through a little bit. Time domain reflectometer, high resistance and short circuit. I'm going to guess that was humor. Video from Sam. Let's see. I've got that muted. What is what's the Cliff Notes?
I think it's to do with SysPrep and Windows. The one I sent SysPrep and Windows 10.
Okay.
It might be different.
Oh, from Bright Tech. All right.
Yep.
24 minutes of it. All right. Well, that would be
It's the
useful.
wrong one.
That would be useful.
I think it uses a VM to start with.
Yeah, it does a lot of that. And here's, you put in a link for WinGet.
WinGet UI install, yep.
All right.
Kind of like a package manager for Windows.
I'm struggling to understand why would that be needed, because
the reason I would install it is that it also detects for updates on Windows, like for program updates, but not all programs have their own program updater.
Oh, all right.
Yep, so it's notify you, hey, update, click here to update.
Yeah, I guess the reason why I'm not jumping at this is because I intend to update when a problem is encountered. And yeah, I'm not right eager looking every time, hey, there's an update available for such and such. I don't jump out and go grab that right away. On the theory that if it's not broken, don't fix it. Now,
yep, understood. Yep.
Argument on the other side is if I were to have a process for updating, particularly my clients' softwares, that would reduce perhaps the service calls where they say, hey, something's broken. Well, in my business philosophy, I go a little more on the lines of managing costs, keeping costs down. I don't go fix it if it's not broke. If I were going to look at everything that might need to be updated, doesn't need to be updated now, doesn't need, I'd be charging them for all that time.
Yeah.
If they call me with a problem that could have been avoided by updating proactively, what happens in their perception is they call me with a problem and I get it fixed quickly. And they have the perception that, wow, when I have a problem, man, he's right there and gets it fixed. And we have very reasonable bills. I know that my clients talk with other business owners in their industry, comparing what their feelings are about their IT support. And I know that the end result costs to my clients are lower than what their peers are reporting to them. And that is, in my mind,
if there's a command line version of something, 8 out of 10 times it's designed to be used in scripts to automate stuff.
Okay, I was pausing there while somebody was doing a speaker bot. And people on Zoom don't hear that. So when I just stopped talking mid-sentence and Sam had no idea what's going on here. Yeah, Rand Israel said, if there's a command line version of something, 8 out of 10 times it's designed to be used in scripts to automate stuff. Yeah, so this WinGet, that's particularly capable for command line activities, right?
Yeah, it's a graphical package manager for command line software. My workplace made us install it on our work computer. So. All
right.
Yeah.
Is it something that the IT department would be able to include in their login script so that causes each computer to check?
Yeah, they would be able to, most likely. Yeah.
Right. That would make sense in that environment, and I'm not in that environment.
Yep.
Okay. Sam, I'll ask you to mute yourself until you want to jump in with something, and I'm going to move back on to chat. What is this? Lawn Dog asking Gary, what was the tool that was created by Microsoft for slipstreaming versions of Windows? You could customize your Windows installation and then use the tool on your fleet of machines. Can't remember the name. Isn't that what we've been talking about?
Sysprep.
Yeah,
When I remember.
Yeah, that's what we've been talking about. Selden Ball doesn't respect previous software installation installaticons.
He's talking about Sysprep, definitely not. It's only for creating new installations.
All right. They aren't in the default location. The new install of previous software goes to the default instead. Yeah, I'm trying to grasp this. Doesn't respect, okay, so he's continuing on. Seldom Ball, DPESM. Winget DPESM. I don't know what this is. Gary and Sam, do you know that?
DPESM.
DPESM. Oh, DP.
Not sure.
Doesn't respect previous installation ticons. If they aren't in the default location, the new install previous software goes to the default instead. It's something I used way back in the days of XP. That's mixing up conversations here. Okay, I'm going to move past that. Update can introduce new issues. Creating more work for IT guys. Already got that. Ken just got home. Dennis uses Winget UI. It is somewhat, but it's not perfect. Catching up double speed, there is so much to learn from the YouTube channel Chris Titus Tech. I've seen that. Sysprep has nothing to do with slipstreaming from RAN Israel.
He's right.
He's right?
Yes.
Okay. And it was Lawn Dog asking about slipstreaming. So what's slipstreaming about?
He's right, but I don't remember tool actually all features. Yeah.
All right. Well, somebody put in a link. I was about to go Google it, but I'll wait for someone to put that in or give some explanation about it. Now, here's Lawn Dog suggesting make an image with Macrium. The problem there is that if you restore that image to a different computer that has different device drivers, that can be problematic. Now, I have done it.
Agreed.
I have done it with mixed results.
Slipstreaming was adding a service pack to a Windows installation folder to make it included in future
If you're
installs.
working at the same company or same processor group, I might say, yeah, that might work, but
yeah, I think some are i5, some are i7, Lenovo, Toshiba, Dynabook, I think some Dell, so yeah.
Toshibas are getting old. I mean,
yeah, well, it's now Dynabook, which is renamed Toshiba.
Okay, let me clue you guys in on Zoom in. If you see me put my finger up, it means there's
That's
a
why you
speaker bot
include
message coming
Sysprep in
through,
the
and
build
I
and
can't
image
hear-
process.
I can't hear both voices. Can't understand both voices. So there's just another one. That's why you include Sysprep. Okay, so let me get back to chat and hold your comments to let me get through a little bit, okay? Yeah, so I responded to that about Macrium. Recovery tool, yeah, that's not reliable. Skipping through a little bit. There's slipstreaming was adding a service pack to a Windows installation folder to make it included in future installs. Is that a Windows installation folder on your installation media? Slipstreaming was a terminology back in the day when I was in school. I don't know what they call it today. I forgot pretty much about the tool entirely. I use it to... I used to use it. My comment with respect to WinGet, if a software product is already installed manually to a non-standard location and
Slipstreaming went away with Windows. XXP.
My comment with respect to WinGet, if a software product is already installed manually to a non-standard location and one tries to use WinGet to update that product, WinGet doesn't update that copy. Ah, that makes sense. WinGet doesn't know how to handle a non-standard installation location. Got it, Zeldin. Thank you for that clarification. That's why I include sysprep in the build and image process. Makes sense. Hello, Drew, Maryville Maid. Good morning, Doug and gang. Rand, read at your leisure. The complete process is install Windows, customize, sysprep and shut down, create an image, deploy the sysprepped image to other machines. Okay, makes sense and sounds familiar. Customize.
Yep. Sounds like what I would do at this point.
Sysprep and shut down for create an image. So after you shut down, creating the image. Now that's not like a backup image. Deploy the sysprep, or is it?
Install image.
So you do sysprep and then shut down. Create an image. How are you creating the image? It's not with a backup imaging software, is it?
Create an image using a live media.
Create an image using a live media. What is a live media?
The install media, like Windows 11, and you go to the command line, this command prompt, maybe.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Rand to give a clarification.
That would depend how you want to deploy the image to other computers.
Now I'm still not understanding. After the sysprep, you shut the computer down, create the image. Okay, so you're going to be booting to a USB something or other. I don't think you'd be doing something like a Macrium Reflect image unless that sysprep causes what's currently on the hard drive to be a...
If you want to use a standard Windows setup, use DSM. If you want to use a third-party tool like Acronis or Macrium, that's also an option.
Sam, get this. This means stop talking. If you want to use a standard Windows setup, use DISM. If you want to use a third-party tool like Acronis or Macrium, so you can do it with Macrium. Okay, that was sufficient to tell me you can do it with Macrium. All right. Dennis says, I cannot spell with this phone, so I'll shut up now. That's pretty good. That sentence came through completely correct spelling, Dennis. How about, have you tried, Dennis, using the voice dictate when you're trying to use chat from the phone? I've done that. You have to be a little careful about it. Martin saying, I seem to recall Carrie did a show to simplify setting up multiple PCs fully customized in a commercial environment. I think it was about a month ago. Really? You did that a month ago? Yeah, I didn't. I'm not aware of it. I'd be interested in a link if you can easily find that. So I guess live media is just saying with live media on a bootable computer. So that's not some kind of a utility or anything. But create an image such as Macrium would do it. So that sysprep makes the image that's currently on that hard drive to function like an install. In fact, when you restart that computer, does that computer, after sysprep, take you through the Windows initialization, as though you have performed the Windows install, but this is your first turning on of the machine where it is going to detect what drivers are needed for that machine. I'm betting the answer to that is yes, because that's what that image is. So then if you do image backup using any tool, for me it's going to be Macrium Reflect, because that's what
exactly.
I'm familiar with.
The UB phase.
Yeah, out of box. Yeah, out of box experience. OOBE. Yeah, okay. That makes total sense. In fact, that sounds even familiar. Matthew, I don't mean to brag, and apologies if I do, but I happen to create a batch script that uses winget along with USO client, WUAUT, which is the Windows Update client, and also PS Windows Update for checking for Windows 8 updates. Awesome. I don't consider that a brag at all, Matthew. You're just giving us information of something you have done. Every one of the technical people around here have a different background and different experience set, different use case scenarios that they have operated in. And you had a situation where that was useful to you to go down this road. I haven't. Create a batch script that uses winget along with USO client and Windows Update client, and also PS Windows Update for checking for Windows updates. Cool. No, I thank you for the offer, but no, I don't need it, because I don't have a use case where I want that or need it. And please let us know about things like that. And everybody in this community, it's not bragging when you've been in an environment where you've done something. Yeah, let us know about it. Ran Israel, thanks for recalling what slipstreaming was. And yes, it was back in the days of XP. I used one of those slipstreaming copies of XP to reinstall XP on various machines. Anyways, it worked back in the day. When you install a normal version of Windows, you're just applying a sysprepped image of Windows created by Microsoft. Yes, of course. Yeah, I'm totally on board with you. And I just didn't make the connection as I was reading through things we were talking about that, of course, you do run sysprep on an existing computer, then the image that's currently on that drive is a out-of-box experience ready image. Restore that to another computer, and it's going to pick up the drivers that are needed for that hardware. Coolness. I'm caught up. Oh, Dennis is on a PC now. Proper keyboard. All right. Who's got a direction where we're going to go to? Oh, let's see. Well, since Dennis is here, I'll go give a acknowledgement of his comment on a recent video. I'm guessing it might have been yesterday. When I get ineligible for copyright, it's usually Fortnite music that wasn't properly licensed. Like the Antonia emote from last season, I go in and mute the segment. If it isn't very long, it takes around 8 hours to mute 20 seconds of video. Yeah, using the YouTube online editor takes a long time. And even longer if your overall video is longer. If you have a short video, a short 5-minute video, you want to mute 20 seconds worth. It's much quicker to do that than if you want to mute 20 seconds worth of a 1-hour video. It takes longer because it's processing the entire video when you do that. Thanks for sharing how to create that pop-up dialogue in chat. Oh, that was for the chat room policies. Twitch has a similar function for displaying channel rules. So you get a thumbs up and you get a heart. Those other ones there are potential trolls, and I'm just keeping them around for possible future reference. I'm just checking to see what other tabs I have open here, if I had other things set up to go look at. Nope. Okay, I'm looking for somebody to come up with some other topic direction for us. Go back and look at my topics list. So we dealt with number 3. Tim's issues on the Lenovo laptop. We could talk about that. Oh, Windows Chrome versus Chrome notification. This is pretty quick. Let me go down this road because I know that I've struggled a few times when I go down this road, and so I focused on it a little bit more yesterday to figure that out. Down here, my notification icon in the bottom right corner where my mouse is, got that little bell icon, and it's got the snooze thing on it because I'm live streaming it. So I think it automatically went into do not disturb mode. I might have already had it on do not disturb mode. But what I want to get to here is the difference between clicking on this notification settings and coming over here to this 3-dot menu, and here's go to Chrome notification settings and go to notification settings here, because I was confused, did not know what I was doing for a period of time. Now I got this kind of nailed down. So I'm going to start by going to notification settings here. What screen do you think it's going to take us to? Is it going to take us to Windows notification settings? Is it going to take us to Chrome notification settings? And there's actually a third choice. Right now I'm just saying 2. So let's go to notification settings. It comes in here to notification settings for Google Chrome. Okay? But the other choice said Chrome settings. Well, the difference is this is Windows system notifications specifically for Google Chrome. And this is where you have the option of turning on the notification banners or off. So whether you get that windowed in the bottom right corner or not. And I've got that turned off now because I found when I had that turned on, they were just staying there until I dismissed them. And that was a bit of a nuisance because they would pop up during Fortnite, even if I had do not disturb mode turned on. Now, so I'll close this, come back down here and click on the bell icon in the bottom right corner. Come back to this 3-dot menu. Now I have make Google Chrome high priority. That wasn't showing at that point before, was it? Oh, here's a 3-dot menu, and here's a 3-dot menu. This is the 3-dot menu. All right, now I see something else. Here, this is a 3-dot menu apparently for Google Chrome. This is a 3-dot menu specifically related to this notification, except that it doesn't go to that notification. It goes to notification settings for Windows for Google Chrome. Now, if I go to Chrome notification settings, that takes me into the settings panel for the Google Chrome browser and into the generic, this is generic notifications. This isn't specifically for YouTube, but you can come in here to, let's see, is there a search? Yeah, search. Is there a specific for YouTube here? I'm not even sure. Yeah, here's YouTube, and I can click on this arrow to get to the specific settings for YouTube notifications within the Chrome browser. But the notifications that I'm talking about right now are not from Chrome, they're from Windows. But there is some kind of connection because when I make changes to Windows notification settings, I still get Chrome notifications down there. So I think that is controlled from here because I have allow notifications from YouTube for Chrome. So if I turn that off and then come back here and let's see, turn this notification banners on, I shouldn't be getting the YouTube banners. I may get other Google Chrome banners, but not for YouTube because I allowed YouTube. I said for YouTube notifications, no, I don't want those, but I would get other Chrome notifications. I have to have lost some people by now. Do not disturb. Then this notification settings goes to Windows notifications, not the one we saw earlier, which was for Google Chrome. That's down here. This is where we get that option for turning off that little banner and these other things. Then also related to all that, in Control Panel and Ease of Access Center, down here, make it easier to focus on tasks. And in here, turn off all unnecessary animations, adjust time limits for visuals. How long should Windows notification dialog boxes stay open? This piece here, this dialog boxes, I thought that that was going to be for these windows that appear down here in the bottom right. And I could not get them to change their behavior at all by my manipulations here. Those pop-up windows in the bottom right stayed on forever. So if somebody finds some way that works for changing the amount of time, I'd like for that pop-up to be there for a few seconds and then go away automatically without me clicking on it. All right. Did I say that would not take very long to go down that road? Nah. That didn't work. Okay, let's see what kind of reactions there are there. Jim laughing here. Was it about the proper keyboard or is it about my comment about this won't take long? Yeah, I don't know. Ran Israel question, did anyone notice a recovery folder in the Windows Protection drive list? I think it has something to do with January's recovery partition debacle. Recovery folder in the Windows Protection drive list. Not sure what that is. Recovery folder, Windows Protection drive list. Yeah, I don't know where to go look to see if I have that or not. Matthew, gotcha. I also figured it might have been relevant with Sam Lazar since he was wanting to use Winget to update or upgrade and install apps. Yeah, his question wasn't about updating or upgrading. His question was about doing installations on additional laptops, like Windows and the programs that he wants. But thanks for bringing that in to the conversation. Doug, I think this is a link a month ago for Carrie Holzman's. Restore an Acronis backup with Acronis Cyber Protect Home Office. Restore an Acronis backup. That doesn't sound like a sysprep. That just sounds like how to restore Acronis backup with Acronis Cyber Protect Home Office. Yeah, that sounds like you'd be doing a restore on the same device. And not,
hey, Doug?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, quick jump in on that. I just went dead. A quick jump in. Acronis and that version, it has an option to clone the disk, and it says for a different system.
Start Run System Properties Protection.
And I think I have not ever tried it, so I have no now. I mean, I've seen it, but never used it. But according to the way it looks, you could clone your quote C drive, drive 0, and make it for a different machine per Acronis.
Yes, Matt.
And then you use the recovery program, or excuse me, then put it in a new machine.
Okay.
I don't think you can do an image that way. You can only do a clone.
Yeah. And so, Macrim Reflect has that also, and I've experimented with that with moderate results. And to restore to different hardware, my deduction, and I don't know if it's correct, but my deduction was that to different hardware, that would be a different hardware ID, but it didn't seem to not the same as an out-of-box experience where it would be picking up the right drivers for a different make and model of computer. But it seemed to be more appropriate, like if you have an office with all the same make of computers, or even more ideally, the same make and model, that it would be for restoring the image to a different hardware, but not really like not like what sysprep would be.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree. I think it's
Okay.
probably setting it up kind of loose, but I don't know if it goes back to the Microsoft setup level, if you know what I
Yeah.
mean.
And I with hardware with digital license keys, like if I did a image backup from one computer, restored it to another computer, and let's say for convenience purposes, same make and close, at least close to the same model, I've had success, pretty good success, with restoring to the other computer, because Windows...
I suspect that function of Acronis or Macrium doesn't reset the unique computer information, such as SID and computer name.
Yeah, I think Rand, you might be on track here, but I have done restore to different computer and it's worked fine. Windows has the capability of installing the right device drivers without having to jump through hoops, so I've had that work pretty well. Rand's comment saying suspect that the function of Acronis and Macrium for installing to restoring your different hardware, or if you don't use that option, it doesn't reset the unique computer information such as SID and computer name. Yeah, computer name, that particularly that. Because if you restore to different hardware, I think I have seen that it comes up with a different computer name. If you restore to different hardware, I have manually changed the computer name and also possibly static IP address, if the original had a static IP address. And it's restoring to different hardware I'm pretty sure will reset set the computer name to something else, probably a SID. And hardware ID, I think, is going to happen automatically. I think even without telling it that you want to restore to different hardware.
We do re-image on the fly. And so if your machine is just totally, we actually have a machine or a PC for you at that office, depending on the number of people, obviously. I mean, there's one, we don't have one-to-one, but then that machine is literally plugged in and it's downloaded an image right there, because our machines are literally duplicates across the board.
Yeah.
They're button based. So, I mean, everything's the same. Only thing different, obviously all the hardware is different in IDs, but they're, same manufacturer, same model number. The only thing different is the serial number. I mean, obviously I know MAC addresses and all that are different, but there's no drivers to find when we do an image. And they do reset themselves. And we're using volume enterprise stuff.
I'm coming up with a little bit of an aha moment here. I'm wondering if I get competent, or just go run through it 2 or 3 times, probably all I needed to do, and try it on client computers, doing a sysprep on a in-service computer. When I need to, do a wipe and reload on one computer, it's usually the case that we do have a same make and model. Well, even without the same make and model, I don't need the same make and model. But if I'm competent that I can just hit it pretty comfortably and quickly, that do a sysprep on one of the other computers, do a backup image, and then restore it to the one that I need to rebuild, even if it's a different make and model, that could be a significant time savings for me, because this one particular office, we got a lot of software that I am tired of reinstalling over and over. And the sysprep, the sysprep would also mean when I restore that image to another computer, all the prior user accounts are gone. Because when I'm first booting up that computer, I'll be creating the first one and only user account. If the original computer that I did the sysprep on had only one user account...
You do not want to sysprep a working system.
Yeah, you're right, Ran Israel. I don't want to do that, because that's going to wipe out the user account on the in-service system, the one that's currently functioning. And I don't want to do that. Although what I could do, this would work. I could
The user accounts remain. The user profiles are wiped.
User accounts remain, user profiles are wiped. Oh, that's interesting. What I'm thinking, I could first make an image backup of the computer as it is, then sysprep it and make the image backup, and then go restore the image backup prior to the sysprep. But how much time am I spending doing all of that? Particularly if I'm sitting in their office waiting for these images to occur. All right. Let's see, got that. Lon Dog was saying he thought it was going to go to Windows notification settings. In the Google notifications menu for you, I'm talking YouTube notifications. What does this mean? How do you interpret it? Use quieter messaging sites are blocked from interrupting you when they ask for notifications. Second choice, one in the middle. Not on that screen now.
For a first try, I'd image the computer, restore the image to a spare air-gapped computer, and run sysprep on it to see the results.
From Rand Israel, for first try, image the computer, restore the image to a spare air-gapped computer, run sysprep on that one to see the results. All right. What I have done is make an image of the in-service computer and restore it to another computer, air-gapped, meaning not connected to the network, and then change the computer name, change a static IP address, and I'm fine with those user accounts being on there. The prior user accounts. And that's actually worked reasonably well. So if it's not broke, don't fix it. Because my current process with imaging works. I don't always do that with a new computer because the computers that are in service are several years old. None of them qualify for Windows 11. So all the new computers are coming in Windows 11. So I'm not
I assume you're talking about a work group and not a domain.
Yes, I'm talking about work groups, not domain Randy's. Although the new Windows 11 computers will eventually be joined to a domain when we get our new server. I don't want to tell you what version of server operating system they currently have. You guys will call the authorities and have me arrested. Pop-up dialog boxes with explanations from Microsoft, they're not going to be very helpful. Chrome notification settings the same as Edge and Brave.
If you go domain, you need to start using sysprep.
Yeah, likely, Rand. Oh, yeah, but we'll have current model computers, and we'll have a whole bunch of the same model computers. So that's why I said earlier in the show that with these new computers for this company, I think I will be using sysprep. And they'll be signing in with domain accounts, and they'll also be Microsoft accounts. Skimming through a little bit. The link is worth a look at your leisure as he's doing multiple installs. Now that link was for the YouTube video? Oh, for their Kronos backup. Yeah, well, I will watch that to see what he was saying about it. Hello, Photomix Media. Seems like I haven't seen you for a while. At yes. This would be important to IT guys like we're talking today. They have the ability to have one image that can deploy on various machines in the companies. Yeah, it's commonly in use in like offices that have IT departments. Okay, without reading those all out loud, I'm caught up with what's there. 12:36. Tim, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. What's going on, Doug?
Well, you have 2 or 3 issues with your Lenovo laptop.
Lenovo, from what I know, I had 2 issues.
2 issues.
2 or 3, I forget already. I forget, but 2 or 3, something like that.
All right. Let's see. Let me.
You want me to turn it on?
Let me talk about this first. I'm going to bring this one up on screen.
Okay, go ahead.
Here's an email that you sent, and you sent me a screenshot. Something went wrong, and it looks like a Google login, but you didn't give me any details. So can you give me more information about that? Is this happening consistently? You can't get past this on this computer?
Yes, it's happening consistently. When I try to set into my Google, it's just loading, and then it says that error what I showed you that not okay, couldn't sign in, or like not sign in, but like you just gave me an error code, and then that's all. It doesn't work. It doesn't let me sign in at all. It's none of my Googles at all.
All right. Do you
So
have?
Get it to work is if I reset settings, and then that's the only way to get it to work. But then it goes back to the way it was, like on the screenshot I sent you.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and connect to it and have a look at that and see what we can do.
Yes, sir. Let me get it on.
Do you, okay, you don't have it turned on yet? All right.
Yeah, now it's on. It turns on pretty quickly. I'm already signed in now.
Okay. There's a link in the description of today's video that you can use to start the
I have to go. Everyone have a great weekend.
All right, John Williams, thanks for hanging with us for a bit. See you later.
Hey, Doug.
Hello, Josh. How are you doing?
How are you?
How are you? I am doing better than your hair is doing.
I got my backup the computer running good, thank you.
Okay, good. You look like you just got out of bed, Josh.
Yeah,
or you're still in bed.
Up. I just got
yeah, I
out
know
of
you're talking about. I'm not going to say it. I already know.
All right. Let's see, Tim, did you get to that link?
Hey, Doug, can you please forward it to me to my tempcruz135@gmail.com, because I'm sending to that email right now. I'm on Google Chrome right now on my laptop.
All right. Well, if you could go to the YouTube for today's video, and the link is in there. Yeah, if you could just go to youtube.com/LWTDB/live. There's a link in there that you can use to start the remote session.
Hey, Doug.
Yes, Josh.
Did you ever come out with a video on how to install your remote proper?
Actually, no, I have not, and I have thought of doing that recently based upon the link that's in the description of the video, because I think that's the easiest way to do it, rather than me even sending an email. Because when I send an email to people, then they'll click on the link, and from that point forward, it's the same as using the link that's in the description of the video, meaning it downloads to your computer. You have to click to your downloads folder, run the app from there, and then you'll have a couple of user account control prompt and another prompt, and then I do some things on my side. So no, I haven't done it yet, is the short answer, after I give the long answer.
I know you were talking about doing it.
Yeah. It'd be easiest for me to do it with a computer here on my desk when I have one in. So here's bringing this up on screen, where this message and that ding comes up on my computer after it's downloaded from Tim's side, and then he runs it. I get the ding after he runs it. Then I right click and choose start. And then he gets, let's see, I'll go click on this system service, and he should get a prompt for user account control. I think a second prompt for something else. And then once he does those two, I'll get this button available for launch remote control session.
I just did it.
All right. And do you see me moving the mouse? Tim, do you see me moving the mouse? Earth to Tim.
That's what's going on, Doug.
All right, do you see me moving the mouse?
Yes, I do. I see it.
All right. And then I'll minimize that and go full screen. And this was Google Chrome. Come down here, double click on Google Chrome on the bottom left. And up here.
Louis, that was going on with Edge, not Google Chrome.
Oh, it's Edge, not Chrome.
Yes, correct. The other issue was with Edge too. Remember about that other thing in the settings.
Well, let's stick with one issue at a time. All right, here you were probably going to maybe YouTube to get when it was asking you to log in.
Yes, YouTube and Google. My Google to send it to my Gmail too.
Okay, well we'll not go to your email because we don't want to expose something there. So I'll go to YouTube, and then here's a sign in. All right. Pop-up blocker is disabled. I'm going to click next. I've got that off screen for the moment. And then there's your password. Now, I have you off screen right now. I would like for you to confirm that that is your password. Is it okay? So you just checked on that. Is that the correct? Well, all right. You click next. I wanted to hide that first. And so you click next, and it looks like it worked. You're signed in. So where's the problem? Okay, so I've got you off screen now. He's signing in with a different email account, but you didn't look at that password to make sure, but unable to access a Google product.
Looks like that issue is fixed. It's working now, but the only thing is now is the other issue now. That's fixed though, and I don't have it no more.
All right. All right. Then we won't try to fix it. If it ain't broke, we won't fix it.
Then I got the second issue though in the Edge. The other thing you were asking about a while back that you want to know how to fix it, or you see, try to fix it.
Okay, so you want to? I don't remember what that is. You want to go ahead?
It was, remember, it's an email. It was about that IT settings, the IT manager thing on the settings.
Oh, all right.
Remember?
All right.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing you want to try to fix.
All right, I'm going back to find that email, and we'll do it that way.
Thank you, Doug. Yeah, I guess you got it forgot, but it's okay. I refresh your memory.
And once you said about that administrator settings issue, something like that, let me find that here. Let's see. I'm looking at all of your emails. How am I going to figure this? Which one it is? Yeah, here it is. Here's one. Let's see. All right, I'm going to display this screenshot that you sent me showing your profile settings. These browser settings apply to your profile, Microsoft Edge. Now, wait a minute. Where is it? Is that not the one that I'm looking for? Sync is... Oh, there it is. There it is, up at the top. Your browser is managed by your organization. at the
Yes,
top.
that one.
That's what we want to go after, and that's what your Edge browser has. Let's see, are we that was on Edge settings. Okay, here we're on Edge settings. And yeah, okay, so now I've got it live on your screen, and here I'm bringing that up. Your browser is managed by your organization. Yeah, okay, I gotta go look up my notes because there is a client of mine where we run into this issue on occasion, and there is a particular setting screen that's kind of hidden that I want to get to see if that is the place where the solution can be. I'm going through looking at client notes, so I'm not doing this on screen. Go there, then search for that. It's try it this way. Ah, is this it? Almost.
Hey Doug, I also had a question. Are we going to be able to work on my Dell computer today or not today?
Probably not. We're getting close to the 2-hour mark.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah. Well, your Dell computer is your daily driver, isn't it?
Yes, it is my daily driver, correct. Yes, sir. Unless you want to work on that instead and wait for this one.
That might be a better thing to do, but we're so close here. If I can just find where that is. Let's see. Oh, it's over here. Settings, administrator. I just feel like I'm right close to it. Ah, there. Is this it? Yeah, let's try this. Edge settings, profiles, IE diagnostic. And I don't know if this is going to be the source of your issues. Browser settings, apply your profile. Personal info. If group policy settings indicates on that, will override. No, let's hold this to another time. I need to get my head back into that to refresh my memory.
No worries, like that's fine.
All right, so what's going on with your Dell computer?
What's going on my Dell computer is that the support assist isn't working right.
Oh,
and
okay.
and also my my Microsoft App Store not opening. None of my apps are opening Microsoft apps, and the
Okay.
Amazon App Store is not opening.
Okay, go
and
ahead.
I need to turn on
Stop
virtualization.
talking. Stop talking. Go ahead and let us get connected remote to it. Go to that link in the YouTube video on your Dell. Okay.
Here you go, Dell.
All right. And I'll right click on this new one and start. I changed the name of the other connection to be Tim Lenovo. And this is your Dell. Here I'm going to say Tim Dell. Rand Israel's got a chat comment here regarding system protection. Start run system properties protection exe fastest method. Let me go try that in a moment. Edge policy. Yeah, that's another. Good. We might get back to that yet. All right. Do you see me moving the mouse? Tim?
Yes, I do.
All right. So go ahead and show us the symptom. Okay, in the search field, I'm guessing you typed assist, home. Okay, you're showing us a picture. We couldn't scan your PC's
That's
hardware.
the error I got, Doug.
All right. You can select what happened in the task below to learn more. So this, what's underneath here is, okay, let me have the mouse. I got the mouse.
I'm not touching it, but
oh, all right. It was not moving where I was trying to get it to move to. So here you have these check marks, and I assume when you did start, you wound up getting this message in response. Is that right?
yes, that's correct.
Okay. Last scan run February 2nd, yesterday. Took 12 minutes to run. We couldn't scan your PC's hardware. You can select what happened in the task below to learn more. There's a service tag. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Oh, come on. What is the command? The Mickey Mouse command. Oh, I'm drawing a blank. The command to come pull up the serial number from BIOS. BIOS get serial number. That's the one I always come up with, the Mickey Mouse jingle. Looking for somebody to tell me that in chat. I'm racing at the same time to pull it up.
Yeah,
there
Mickey BIOS.
WMIC. Thank you. That's it. I was pulling up my computer setup notes to find it. WMIC. KEYMOUSE. BIOS get. Whoops. BIOS get serial number. I want to be sure we're seeing the same number here. N1QZ3, yeah. Scan hardware, what happened? And these are the things, so this collapses here, that should collapse. Oh, this is a picture I'm looking at. Boost performance not started, optimize network not started, remove virus not in your plan. Something went wrong. Does this scroll down further on the original? Check for updates, scan hardware, boost performance, optimize network. Let's take that one off, that one off. Let's just see if it can do those two. Couldn't scan your PC's hardware. So all we care about is scanning the hardware. Don't even need to check for updates. Let's just see if we can scan the hardware. It's estimating 5 minutes. We'll scan your PC to check for and resolve problems. Okay, while that's running, I'm going to switch back to your Lenovo. There it is.
All right, done.
What are those two comments? Browser man, start by Edge policy. So let's take a look at that. Last policy timestamp 20 minutes ago. Default notifications. Drawn a blank. It was your browser is managed by your organization. This is Edge policies, policy procedure, update policies. No policy set, no policy set. So there is a policy here. Default notification setting. Does that message that you're getting, I'm showing the screenshot to the audience again, where it says your browser is managed by your organization. Were you finding anything in Edge that you're not able to do?
Not that I know about as of right now, no.
So you're only asking about this because that message at the top just doesn't make sense. Why is it there?
Correct. That's correct. Yes, because
Right.
I'm the administrator in this account, so I'm the administrator. So it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. All right. So this appears to be a policy. This seems to me that this would be sufficient for Edge to be displaying that message to you. So the next question is, how do we get rid of this Edge policy? I'm guessing that's going to be in the policy section of the registry, and probably not within Edge itself. Because if your browser is actually managed by an organization, they don't want the end user to be able to fix that or to change it. Now this is WinVer, see what we got, Windows 11 Home. So Group Policy Editor is most likely not installed. It is not available by default on Windows Home. It can be installed. So gpedit is not there. Now if I go to the registry, let's see, here's yours. right? Reg edit. And this would be it should be a user policy, I would think. Am I going to remember how to get to this? Current user software, Microsoft policies, I think is where it is. I demonstrated this a couple days ago. No, current, see, we need to get, that's current user.
Is there a group policy folder under Windows System 32?
Well, the group policy folder is only going to be created by gpedit, group policy editor. But there's a policies folder in the registry that can have policies set there without even having group policies in place. But I'll go ahead and show that. Was it, yeah, thank you, Wintermute. I see that link. And Windows System 32. But I'll go ahead and show this. I'm going to say that the folder's not there because gpedit's not installed on this computer. But let's go find out. Group policy. Oh, the folder is there. But it's empty. Okay, I've seen that before. The folder's there, but it's empty because there have not been policies set. So then Wintermute's path for the registry. Let's go, if I go full screen, then I can use Alt Tab and it goes to Tim's computer. So HKLM, local machine. Local machine software policies. Policies. And Microsoft Edge. Default notification. That is the one that we saw is set. I think I should be able to just delete this and we'd be good. Before I do that, of course, I'm going to export that registry key. This is a selected branch. My routine is to put it on the root of the C drive because I know that's where I'm going to look for it. Reg hyphen MS Edge policy. And more specifically, it was notification. Save that registry key, then delete. You sure you want to delete? Yes. Close that. Then back to Edge. I'm going to just try refreshing this page. I would expect I'd have to exit. Yeah, refreshing it didn't do it. What page were you on? Oh, notifications probably. Oh, no, this is still browser is managed by your organization. Might have to restart the computer before that. So anything in settings, we're getting that message. Is that showing up on web page tabs? No, just in settings. Okay. Close that. Go back and look at the registry. Registry is still open. Don't have to close registry. Oops, nope, I did close the registry. Registry editor. Should go to the same branch that we were on already. Should remember where we were at. Yeah. So there's policies. I'm going to go refresh. Yeah, so it's not there in the registry. Let's restart the computer. Are you connected to Zoom through this Dell computer?
No, I'm not. I'm connected on my Samsung Galaxy S9 tablet.
All right. Then I'm just going to go back into Edge and check one more. Go to settings. Yep, still managed. Okay, so I'm going to do a restart. The remote session should automatically resume. Yeah. So we'll see if that comes up.
The computer's already done, Doug. It's already finished.
Oh.
So you're allowed to remind you guys on a sidetrack.
Yeah. Thanks for the reminder. So we ran into a problem. We couldn't scan your PC's hardware.
No.
You can select what happened in the task list below. And here in the hardware section, what happened? We can't continue with this action until your PC restarts. Restart, then try again.
And I did that already, and it's happened the same thing.
All right. Then let's take a look at Device Manager. Make sure you don't have any exclamation marks. Oh, you do have other devices. Oh, all of these things don't have the right drivers. So that.
Oh no! Wow, I didn't know that.
That could be a source of trouble. Then let's see. I'm going to make this full size. I'm going to try that again just to make sure that I didn't do Device Manager from Baby Beast, which I'm pretty sure Baby Beast has all the right drivers installed and doesn't have another driver section. And then do update settings, see if there are any optional updates, which might include those drivers. Let's see, advanced options. Isn't that where this is? Yeah, optional updates. Optional updates down here, 0 available. Updates available to download, which is probably just this security intelligence. Let's go to those other devices in Device Manager and delete them from there, and then do a fresh scan for updates. We have this documented on this video. Bluetooth, instant hotspot, nearby sharing, SMS. Do you know what devices you have connected to your computer that would be triggering these driver names?
I don't know, Doug. I'm not sure about those.
So uninstall that.
Hey, Doug.
Yeah.
Tim, have you tried to use Phone Link by Microsoft?
Yes, I have.
Appear to be mobile phone related.
On my computer.
Okay, if you've tried using it, that's what it is, Doug, that you're deleting.
All right.
Oh, okay. That's okay.
All right.
Okay.
Now we don't have a check for updates button until we install that one that was standing by, and it is now installed. So now check for updates. Let that run and go look at the other computer. I think it's restarted by now. Okay, so on this computer, we're after the Edge issue. Yeah, and I don't see that managed by your organization message. It looks like we got rid of that. Do you agree, Tim?
Did you say, Doug? I'm here.
Okay. So that
Wait, what were you saying?
that managed by your organization message is gone, right?
Oh wow, it's gone. Yeah, you fixed it. I'm so
Yeah.
happy. You fixed it, Bobby. No more message. On my Lenovo, no more managed by organization. He could fix the registry.
Okay.
Okay, Doug, you're the best. I didn't know that's what we had to do. You figured it out now.
Yep. That's a good thing. So that was the.
I want to check everything else to make sure it looks good, like the check CSK, DSK. This is on the command prompt.
I'm.
I don't know if there's any corrupt files or not.
Well, let's get back to. Let's see. This was the Dell that had the edge issue, right? Oh, here's the Windows update.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we have 2 updates there. Let's check for optional updates. 0. There are a couple more security updates. Well, those are completed. All right, so updates are done. And let's go see if we have other drivers or other devices. Device manager. We have no other devices section. So then let's try scanning again. Restart. Oh, they want to restart the PC. Oh, that's right. Well, yeah, let's go ahead and restart this computer because we have made some changes to it by deleting those device drivers. You're about to be signed out. Close. And restart. Okay, what were you saying about other things to check?
On what? Which computer, my Lenovo?
I don't know. I thought you were just saying there's some other things you want us to check on.
Oh yeah, on the Dell, yes. There was my Microsoft Store and my Amazon App Store is not opening.
Ah.
It opened before and then it'll pop up saying that virtualization is not enabled.
Okay.
Yeah, so something in the BIOS needs to get turned on. That's what I looked it up and that's what you had to do, but I couldn't figure it out, so I was having Steven help me with that guy to know how to do that.
Okay, Wintermute asking how old is this Dell computer?
This is last year's model. It's last year's model. It's like not even less than a year old, not even a year old. I got it last year in December. I got another issue, Doug. Thank you, Bobby, for reminding me. My when I connect through internet port, right? The upload is horrible. But on Wi-Fi it's not. But when I'm on internet port, it's supposed to be faster, but it's not. Download is not bad, but the uploads were horrible. It goes less than 1 megabyte per second on the upload. And when I connect through the internet cord, I got a really great internet cord from Amazon. It's the best one. And I got my own modem and router now, so it's Spectrum. So I have my own router in my room now. I got the gigabit plan, so that's what I have now. Own service, my own account, and everything. So whatever you want to do to router modem, I'm all for it.
All right. Well, we might be deferring those to another time because I'm gone on longer than I care to already. So let's just see how we're doing with this issue. So go ahead back into that scanning tool. We'll check the Microsoft Store though, but let's go with that Support Assist first. And we're just going to do the hardware scan.
All right.
I see it in the middle top where it says scan hardware. Yeah, okay, I got the mouse. All right, so I'm going to take off updates, take off boost, and optimize. Just scan. And then, whoops, that Windows key, I'm not sure it got your computer, so I'm going to go to full screen. And while that's running, I'm going to go ahead and try the store. Oh, there's an icon for it. Looks like we're there. It's got your profile icon up here.
I'm talking about the Amazon App Store. Like it doesn't open. Let me show you.
All right, go ahead.
This one. This is the one that doesn't open. I click open, but nothing happens. That's the one. And then when I opened that, when it used to open, it would say virtualization is not enabled. So something in the BIOS we need to turn on. That's what it told me on Friday, but I couldn't figure it out.
So it's not the Microsoft Store, it's the Amazon App Store that you're having trouble
Correct.
with.
And also that's one issue I have. And then the other apps on from Amazon App Store that I downloaded are not opening. None of them open.
So we click on open and it just sits there.
Yeah, it sits there, correct, and nothing ever opens. And
right.
I tried Microsoft Store reset on the settings, but it didn't help either.
All right. Well, that one I don't offhand know anything about. Now, did that actually install an app on your computer? Let's go settings and apps and see if there's an Amazon App Store in installed apps. Because if so, then we're looking to repair that app or uninstall it and reinstall it. Don't see anything in the A's. Kind of scrolling through too fast to actually read all of that, but Amazon app should be at the top, I would think. What is this? Okay, quick assist resources. That seems like an awfully cumbersome name up there. AppWiz, whoops, spelled that wrong. Not .com, .cpl for control panel. Nothing Amazon app there. So what does this Amazon app do for you? It's for, I'm guessing, installing Amazon apps. I don't even know what those are.
Correct. Correct. Yes, Amazon apps. Because I was trying to download my Workday for my work, and because it's not in the Microsoft Store, but it's in I think it might be in Amazon App Store. That's why.
You're trying to.
It's an app for work.
You're trying to install your Workday.
Workday, yes, it's an app that we use for scheduling, to check my pay stubs and stuff like that for work. It's like a whole bunch of stuff. It's for work for Whataburger.
And it's
an app that's
available through the Amazon App Store.
I believe so, yes, because it's not on the Microsoft Store. So I was thinking it'll be on there, and I wanted to get other stuff on there too, like games and stuff on there. Yes, it's like a new thing that Windows 11 has now that's made available for the Windows 11.
Okay.
Like the main feature.
So you're thinking it's available through the Amazon App Store. You don't
Yes.
know that. Now, have you tried to get
No, I don't know that.
Have you tried to get to an Amazon App Store through the browser rather than through the Microsoft Store?
No, I have not yet.
Okay. So Sam Lazar in chat is saying the Amazon App Store is Android apps on Windows.
Right.
Okay, so an Android app on Windows could be something that this Workday thing that you're asking about. All right.
Correct. Yes, sir. There's not. I checked on Microsoft Store, looked up Workday, and it didn't pop up. Nothing was on there. So I was thinking it was on there since it's Amazon App Store. Yeah.
All right.
But a mobile app on a computer might be strange, depending on the app.
Yeah. Now I'm going to go just try a Google search, and it's called Workday. Now, Amazon app, you're thinking it might be an Amazon app, or do you know it's an Amazon app?
Right. No, I don't know. I'm thinking, but I'm not sure.
Okay, so Workday app for Windows. It seems like you ought to have information from your employer as to how to access that app.
I know it's on iPhone and Android, but I don't know if it's on there. They didn't tell us anything about that. I guess not many people use Amazon, like Amazon phone or like App Store.
Okay, so is this Workday app available to you on your phone?
Say one more time.
Is this Workday app available to you on your phone?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. So are you pursuing this simply because you want to be able to access that app on your computer?
Correct. Yes, sir.
Okay, but you don't know that it is available for the computer.
No, I'm not for sure. I'm not
All right.
certain, but I also wanted to get a game from there too.
Now here's Microsoft App Store, an app called Workday for Microsoft Teams. Is that the app?
I'm not sure. You could check. I will tell by the logo. Let's see what the logo looks like. Yep, that's the one. You found it, Doug. That's it.
That's the one. So this is telling us that it is in the Microsoft App Store, not Amazon App Store. Okay, so this is Workday app for Windows for Microsoft Teams. So does that imply that it only works within Microsoft Teams rather than being a standalone app under Windows? Workday for Teams. Add Workday to Microsoft Teams. Okay, do you have Teams installed? Yes.
I am back. Glad you are still live stream.
Welcome back, John. Okay, sync Outlook, Skype contacts. Continuing here, and take that off for a moment. We don't want to expose your work stuff. This is showing.
No, it's not my work email. That's my personal email.
That's your personal email. Oh, well, do you need to get into Microsoft Teams?
For the login to Workday, I gotta use my ID and then my password and all that.
Is that a Microsoft account using your work email?
No, it's like a I got to go to the Whataburger domain and log into their thing. It's not like for the team
No.
members, but only HRs and other people log into they have their own work email. But mine's a little bit different. I'm just a team member. If you try to get me,
That's not. I don't think that's what we're needing to get to then. Workday to Microsoft Teams. Well, let's see. I'm going to minimize that and then bring this back up on screen. With Workday for Microsoft Teams, you can empower your people to collaborate with less friction and complete everyday HR and finance tasks. I think for you to be able to use this app in Microsoft Teams, your company would have to be utilizing Microsoft Teams and have a Microsoft Teams account for you to use for work purposes. I don't think that is the case in your environment. I highly doubt it. They should be providing you information about that if that's the case. I'm thinking you're barking up a tree that doesn't exist.
Because when I log in, it pops up Microsoft and it asks me for authentication code to text to my phone number. So I put it in and then lets me in. It shows Whataburger and then it logs me in because it asks me for verification purposes.
Yeah, but that's when you're using that app on your phone.
Yes, correct.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And
yes.
On your phone, does it make any mention of Microsoft Teams?
Not Teams, but it shows Microsoft though.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I think it's a Microsoft app that the company is having you utilize for Workday. But I don't think they're utilizing Microsoft Teams because this is with Workday for Microsoft Teams. You can use Workday. I'm making deductions here. It looks to me like you can use the Workday app without having it run within Microsoft Teams. I don't think it makes any sense for you to be using Microsoft Teams only because you want to use Workday. If you're not using Microsoft Teams for other collaboration projects with other employees within the company, it does not make sense to use Microsoft Teams just to be able to use Workday on the computer.
We don't use Microsoft Teams. The only one that use Microsoft Teams is the managers and all that.
Okay, well, I'm not interested in pursuing this further unless you get information from your employer that this is a function that they support, because I don't think this function is available to you. Understood?
Yes, understand.
I know you don't like that answer, but I'm not willing to pursue this any further unless we have guidance from your company saying that they support.
You just work on the other stuff. You don't have to worry about that. Just scratch that and work about whatever else you want to do.
All right, so let's get back to that hardware scanning issue and see if this is done. Preparing. It looks like it's gone. It looks like it's gone past the prior problem. 12 minutes 50 seconds, because we got 0% here. Well, it's still got a countdown timer going. It might have paused its activity while we were busy on doing other things. Wait a minute, I don't have that showing on screen. There, now I've got it on YouTube. All right, I have been looking back at chat through OBS. Yeah, Seldom Ball saying the same thing. You need to get information from your employer about that. Oh, is it some kind of food service?
Correct. Yes. Whataburger food service. Fast food joint.
Yeah, my guess is that they're only supporting this use through mobile phones, apps on mobile phones. Selden saying Workday is used where he used to work. They have to provide access to it. Yeah, well, they do provide access to it through his mobile phone. I'm thinking it's not available through computer.
Hey, Doug, I had a question. On Monday, we think we'll be able to work on it because my mom's going out of town on vacation, so I'll be home by myself. And if you want to work on it on Monday, if you can, about the upload issue, because that's something I'm really trying to get fixed through my YouTube and stuff like that. It's way more important.
The upload issue. So that...
Correct. When I connect through internet cord.
Okay, so your upload speed is what you're having an issue with on the Dell computer?
A very big issue about it, yes. Yes, sir.
Okay. What problem is that causing you?
Because when I try to upload videos, it takes a very long time to upload it. It's like really, really low. It's super low. It's not where it's supposed to be at like 30 or 40 upload like it is on my phone and my other computer.
All right. And have you tried connecting a Ethernet cable to your computer and see what upload speed you get?
Yes, I did, and that's what's bad. I connected it on the cord, but it's really bad. So something's hindering the speed on the computer, but I don't know what's causing it. That's what I'm trying to say.
All right.
I could connect it right now if you like, and you could look at it. If you don't mind, please.
This time remaining is higher now than it was a few moments ago.
Yeah, it is. It looks like it might be working now, but I'm not for sure though about that.
Yeah, it might be working. Let me go ahead and do a speed test here.
Let me get my cord connected, or you want me to do it now, or wait?
Wait for
That's
a minute.
on Wi-Fi right now.
Yeah, I want to see it both ways.
Okay, Doug, no problem.
Now I know everybody's got their favorite speed tests, and when you see me go to mine, people are going to say in chat, "No, use this other one."
Oh, really?
Yeah,
oh boy,
they always do.
At least has something to say.
I use this one pretty regular so that I know what kind of results I get with it.
Is there a new driver for the Wi-Fi or LAN port from Dell?
No, that's a good question from John Williams. Is there a new driver for the Wi-Fi or the Ethernet port?
Boy, that's bad.
Yeah, so there's your upload speed on Wi-Fi. Go ahead and plug in the Ethernet cable.
Okay.
Okay, there we have the Ethernet connected.
It's disconnected now. Go ahead.
That tab is still there to show us the Wi-Fi speed. I'll go to a new tab. Other computers in your home, do they have better upload speed?
The Lenovo, it does, yes.
Okay.
I don't really use that computer anymore. I use it sometimes, but my daily driver is the Dell now. It's a gaming one. It's the better one, way better, like the hardware and everything.
Yeah, that's bad upload speed. Let's go compare it to the Wi-Fi. So you're 283 and 285 down. So the download speed is similar between those. Of course, I am connected remotely, which takes some, but it shouldn't be that low. I want to go here, and let's see, we've got Ethernet connected and Wi-Fi connected. Public, they're both on public network. I'd rather you have on private network within your home. And then I want to get to, let's see, I want to see through control panel.
shows on there 1.2 gigabit per second and 1.0 gigabit. That's what the speed.
Yeah, so that's the configuration of the adapters. And if your like if your router or your cable wasn't capable of the 1 gigabit,
So he has his own internet connection and router?
Oh, okay. So yeah, Greg, I think you're right. Tim, did you tell us that you have your own internet connection and your own router?
Greg, it's here in my room. It's right on my desk. Yes,
okay.
I have my own now. I don't have my mom doesn't use. I'm the only one who uses my own modem and router, my account, like my own internet, on my devices.
All right. And let's see, we're still connected to your Lenovo, right? No.
Correct.
I just got some updates for my Dell laptop last night. Some were for the Wi-Fi and Ethernet connections.
Okay, then let's go look at speed tests on your Lenovo. See, John was saying, I just got some updates for my Dell laptop last night. Some were for the Wi-Fi and Ethernet connections.
Oh, even my Lenovo is now bad too. Those are bad speeds now too. Well, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, that's not any better than what your Wi-Fi was getting, and this is on Wi-Fi. But you told me that your Lenovo's getting good upload.
I got another internet port. You want to connect it? If you like, I got an extra one.
Okay, well, you're kind of taking me one more step. When
they were from Dell support.
When I'm over time, and what you told me is not shown up to be right. How long have you had this upload speed problem? Has it been ever since you got this new router?
It's been like this since how long has it been since I got we wasted one more time?
Have you had this problem ever since you got the new router?
They replaced the router because the router they gave me before was bad, so the tech already came out and fixed it, and they solved the issue. The speeds were good before he left. 1 gigabit past 1 gigabit down and 30 to 40 up on my phone.
So this, on your own internet service, you are paying for gig up and gig down?
Correct. You go on my Spectrum speed test on the Spectrum account and sign in, and you'll be able to do a speed test on there, how much the computer pulls and how much from the router to their server pull. I can show you that if you want to see that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, let me get it up real quick, my account.
Hey, Doug?
Yes.
Couple of quick actually, before you sign out today, I got like 2 or 3 quick things for you.
All right.
If you don't mind. I mean, we're talking quick. And now, a quick thing to Tim. Does he still have that thing that you guys worked on 4 months ago with the cell phone router? I don't remember.
No, actually, I don't have that no more. I got Spectrum Mobile now. I left AT&T now.
Okay. So what is the speed they're selling you, Tim?
For the what, the home or the mobile?
Whatever you're using.
Like 1 gigabit down and 30 to 40 up. Probably 30, but they said soon later on they're gonna match it where it's gonna be the same speed download and upload.
That'll end up being fiber then if it's 1 gig up and down.
Yeah, I think it is fiber. Yeah, because it's 1 gig went down. I get what I'm paying for when a subscription is.
Anyway.
Here you go, Doug. It's right here. You just go to speed test, run a speed test, and it takes you right. There's my stuff.
Okay, so here you're showing us your internet is connected. Your plan with speeds up to 1 gigabit. View plan details, plan upgrades, network devices, and there's got a speed test here. Run a speed test. And clicking that, we're going to test your router speed and your device speed.
I have a question. What were the 5 devices he has connected?
Oh, did it just say he has 5 devices?
Yeah, 2 computers, 3 phones.
Yeah, okay. What devices do you have connected to your service, Tim?
I have my 2 laptops, my Samsung Galaxy phone, and then my smart TV, and that's it.
I didn't understand the last thing you said.
My smart TV.
Your smart
my
TV.
TCL Roku TV, yes.
Okay. Your smart TV and a Roku?
5 devices.
No, it's an all-in-one. It's a Roku smart TV.
Smart Roku. Okay, that might be counted by your ISP as 2 devices. All right. So yeah, 5 devices.
But my TV is off right now, so I don't know if it's still using it or not. If it's a good idea to disconnect or leave it connected, I'm not sure.
Let's just see what we get. You get, this is the speed test that runs from Spectrum to your home over a wired connection. All right. Okay.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
All right, so they're saying here that you're getting 1162 to your router and to your device 731. So by device, they're meaning that the computer that we are connecting through right now.
But something is not adding up. That's what I was trying to get to. Something's hindering the speed on the computer.
Okay, let's see what Task Manager Performance Network is showing us. Click on Ethernet. This is showing us what it's actually sending and receiving at any moment in time. So we'll watch that when we do a speed test. Now we have both the Wi-Fi and the Ethernet active at the same time. Let's disable your Wi-Fi and run the test with only Ethernet. Here's Wi-Fi. Now this might briefly interrupt my remote connection as it gets rerouted through your Ethernet. See, we see the graphic has stopped moving, so I think at this point I can't click on anything. So that should recover. And we'll see the remote, launch remote come available again. There it is. Okay, so now we have only Ethernet. We don't even have Wi-Fi showing up on this screen. Let's go full screen.
Is the router and modem all in one device?
I suspect yes. Tim, can you confirm that the router and modem is a single device?
No, it's the router and modem is separate device.
Oh, they are. All right. This is your Dell computer we're working with now, correct?
Right.
Oops, I forgot to pull Task Manager so we could watch that. Well, we see this. Let's make this Windows key left arrow.
So this is a normal Cat 5/6 cable into a RJ45 port on the laptop to the router.
I think it's safe to say that the cable he's using is fine because it's showing 1 gigabit speed that it set itself to, and if you have a cable that's not capable, then you won't get that. And so you just confirmed it's a, what is it, a Cat 6 cable? Here's run speed test.
Correct, yes it is. It's one of the latest and greatest queues. I can make
He may have a bad internet adapter on that Dell device.
Tim, is it plugged into an Ethernet port on a laptop or on a USB converter?
This is from wire to wire. Is no USB, nothing. The Dell has its own internet port connector.
Okay.
All right. And there's no switch involved. This is an Ethernet cable straight from the computer's built-in Ethernet port to your router.
Actually, Doug, this is a Cat 8 internet cable.
Cat 8. Okay. Okay, task manager showing 261 megabytes, kind of close enough to what the speed test is reading. And then when it's doing the upload, this is showing kilobits per second. So that's agreeing. Have you tried another Ethernet cable?
No, I have not. I got another one I could swap from my that I connected with one of my router to my modem. Okay. That one I bought it too. I didn't use the one that they gave me. I bought a better one.
Okay.
I could just swap one out.
Do you why did you get a Cat 8 cable?
Because I heard that it was one of the newest ones and it was supposed to be a really good one, so that's why I got it.
Yeah, I don't even know the specifications or what the use case is for using Cat 8. So if nobody else in chat has concerns about that, I'll dismiss that. Do you have a USB Ethernet adapter on hand?
Yes, I do. I think I could find it real quick. If you want me to go that route?
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me go look for it real quick. 1 second.
All right. Greg M is saying he thinks Cat 8 is 10 gigabits per second. I suspect that's the case.
And 100 meters and less is 40 gig. No, not an issue.
Yeah.
But that upload speed is below DSL. That's crazily bad.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. And
that's actually an issue.
Yeah, so John Williams suggesting you may have a bad internet
adapter.
The Cat
8 cable is backwards compatible.
And Cat 8 would be backwards compatible, certainly. So I don't think that's a concern. Now, however, you can buy potential. Where do you buy the Cat 8 cable from? Did you buy it from some
Amazon?
Really cheap Amazon?
I'd like to see a large file transfer test between the two computers.
I mean, they have some CGA copper or CCA copper clad aluminum that is crap. Then they call it Cat 8, but you can't get Cat 3 speeds. But
yes,
you know.
Yeah, Ren Israel, I was thinking that as well. He's suggesting a large file transfer between the two computers through the network.
That's how we've been doing a lot of Wi-Fi 7 testing, PC to PC, laptop to laptop. So routers aren't that good yet.
That's megabytes. All right. I took his computer off screen while I was poking around looking for...
I use Cat 6e, and my speeds are fantastic. 560 and 26.
Yeah, I was looking for a large file, but did not find something, so I'll let him find that. He's looking for his USB Ethernet adapter now. John's saying he uses Cat 6e and speeds are fantastic. Yeah, that's 6.
I found it. I found one of them.
All right. Yeah, let's go ahead and go that route. Go ahead. Let's see. I'm going to bring up your device manager. When you plug that in, oops, device manager didn't come up. What happened? Oh, I lost connection. Oh,
he's connected now.
Yeah, we'll wait for that to come. So you plugged the Ethernet cable into the USB Ethernet?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. All right. We do have, oh, all those other devices came back. Let's Killer, is this it? The Killer Gigabit Ethernet controller?
Right.
All right. How about, I'll go back here and right click on the tab and choose duplicate tab. That's our prior speed test. And this one.
Killer is the built-in Ethernet adapter.
Somebody says Killer is the built-in Ethernet adapter, but we're certainly getting better numbers now.
Oh, it improved, but not upload so much. I got another internet adapter. I just need to look for it, but I found the one I could find. But I have another one, but it's a different brand and stuff.
Yeah, well, that right there is, since we got at least better with this Ethernet USB adapter, that does kind of really point the suspicion towards your built-in Ethernet adapter is not performing.
Right. Yeah, that's what he made me driver uninstall it or somebody's causing it.
You said you have another USB Ethernet adapter around, and it's
Yes,
what,
somewhere. I just need to find it and go through my stuff. I got so much stuff.
Newer or better, perhaps? Yeah.
The one I use for my Lenovo, I just need to look for it again.
All right, all right. Have we gotten you pointed in the right direction that we can shut down? Because I'm
Yes, he did.
really
He did.
wanting to shut
I
down.
appreciate your help.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Very good. Then I'm going to go ahead and disconnect from your computers. And we will shut this thing down. There we go, getting out of that and out of that. And I'll bring Zoom up. Zoom is up. I'll ask you folks to say goodbye to the audience, please.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. See y'all next time. Nice talking to you again.
All right. Thank you for participating. I'm going to shut down Zoom. And there, we're done.
Good night.
Good night, everybody. Who was that? John saying that.
5 more minutes to a 3-hour stream.
Oh, I don't have any need or compulsion to get to even numbers. See, I stopped filling my gas tank up. I stopped going up to get to an even number with a credit card. Who cares? How many of you, like me, just at some point in your life were just bound to get right up to the dollar amount before you stop pumping gas? I let it click off and I'm done. Yeah, you needed to hear that. Goodbye. Have a great weekend, everybody. Good to see you all. I'm out.